G'day, Spuddies. Good to see you again. Good to talk to you. Today I'm going to talk about the opinions of another expert in the media that have been going around, and it's important. I didn't really want this year to be about having arguments or whatever, or trying to debate people. I just wanted to do my thing, but I do think it's important that the people are told the truth about some information that gets shared around the people. Here I am trying to sound like some bigwig, trying to like I'm here to educate the masses or something. Like, I will educate the people. Sorry guys, that's not me. I'm just here to do my thing. But when experts in the media say things that are just plainly wrong, I don't feel like I should just let it go. I feel like somebody needs to correct it. If it's not me, then who? So here we go. So today's expert, Charlene Grosse. Charlene Grosse. Charlene is a spokesperson for the Dieticians Association of Australia, and she's had a few opinions about me in a few different articles earlier in the year and lately, and so I just thought I should address those opinions. But before we address the opinions, let's see where the opinions are coming from. So Charlene is, like I said, a spokesperson for the Dieticians Association of Australia. What does the Dieticians Association of Australia represent? Well, first thought would be they are there to help the people of Australia get healthy. They are there. The job of the Dieticians Association of Australia is to spread good, healthy information that is accessible and understandable for the population of Australia. That's their number one job. They should be without conflict, and they should be an independent body that answers to nobody and is all about just relaying accurate and informed opinions of experts, unhindered by the corporate dollar of billion-dollar organisations that might have a vested interest in trying to see certain information make its way into the mainstream. So, is that what Dieticians Association of Australia are? Well, let's have a look. I've got on my iPad here, because I'm not very good at editing video and stuff. Can you see it? Jalma. Oh, you can't really see it that well, so I'll just scroll through. But if you go to the Dieticians Association of Australia website and look under partners, you'll see that they are sponsored by a yogurt company, dairy industry. They're sponsored by Meat and Livestock Australia. They're sponsored by Arnott's, a biscuit cookie maker. They're sponsored by Nestle. Wow, Nestle, a beacon of good health their products are. Would they be the biggest, or at least, if not the biggest, then one of the biggest producers of lollies and chocolate bars and soft drinks and regular junk food? And they're a corporate partner of the Dieticians Association of Australia, and they expect us to take you seriously. What is that? All right, what else have we got? We've got Cobram Estate. They produce olive oil. Another thing that here I am saying it's not healthy, and anyone who is worth their salt in the nutrition world will agree that olive oil is extra virgin olive oil, whatever olive oil, it's close enough to 100% fat. Next to no nutrition, very, very low nutrient density, about as low as it can get as far as micronutrient density. It's super high calories, as high calorie a food as you can get. Not the right thing to eat, olive oil. So they're sponsored by olive oil. Why do you think Dairy Australia, or Dietitians Association of Australia, would tell us that this so-called Mediterranean diet that's high in olive oil is a healthy one? Could it be because the Cobram Estate olive oil producers, thinks it's a good idea if that message gets out? Could be. What else have we got here? Egg Nutrition Council of Australia. Egg Nutrition Council of Australia. So we've got sponsorship from eggs, olive oil, Nestle junk food. Here's a line that's on this. I'm reading this directly from the website. Nestle has been providing good food for good living for over 100 years. Nestle recognises the changing role of food and beverages in people's lives. Blah, blah, blah. Upskilling about nutrition. Blah, blah, blah. Nestle does not give a single shit about anybody's health. Let's just get that thing straight. They want to sell food and make money, and they don't care if it makes you fat and get diabetes and get heart disease. They do not care. If they cared, they would produce healthy food. Arnott's, biscuits, chocolates, things like that. Meat and Livestock Australia. Well, last year, red meat and processed meats were added to the same list of carcinogens as cigarettes by the World Health Organization. You won't hear Dieticians Association of Australia telling you to avoid that stuff though, because where would they get their corporate dollars from if they said, you know what, you should avoid red meat and processed meats because it's as likely to give you cancer as cigarettes are. Do you think they're still going to get their money from Meat and Livestock Australia? Do you think Meat and Livestock Australia are going to just sit back and accept that with their billions of dollars? They're not just going to go and find someone else that they can give their money to that might give them a positive message? Anyway, my point is, in going through these partnerships, is that Dieticians Association of Australia is not an unbiased organisation. They are not there purely to serve the best interests of the Australian population or any population. They are there to do the bidding of their corporate partners. It's pretty simple. If we want someone that we can trust, we need to find someone that's unbiased. And that's hard to do sometimes. I think it's important to point that stuff out because these are the people that we, the public, are supposed to be able to trust to give us the best, most accurate, most up-to-date information. And we're supposed to be able to make informed decisions based on what they tell us. Not everyone has the time or the inclination to spend time going through research papers and like I did before I started this challenge. It's not everyone can do that. So that's why these organisations are there. They're supposed to do that for us. And based on what I've just read on their own website, I don't feel like we can trust them. So anyway, the reason I went to them was because Charlene Grosse, who's had these opinions on me, is a spokesperson for the Dieticians Association of Australia. Right, let's get on to what Charlene Grosse said. In a BuzzFeed article about me, Charlene Grosse, spokesperson with the Diet... I'm sorry, I'm reading quotes off my iPad now because I can't, like I said, I'm not that good at editing that I can put the article up on screen and show you where it says it. So I'm just reading it off my iPad. So, said that Taylor's Spud Fit regime was not healthy or sustainable, now in quotation marks. If you only ate potato, it would be hard to get all your vitamins and minerals. They're all essential, she said. The body needs 40 different nutrients, and there isn't one food that will give you all of that. Okay, well, first of all, only 40? There are a lot of nutrients that the body needs. So maybe there are 40 that we've narrowed down to say these are really important, but yeah, okay. Maybe, all right, I can accept that, 40, but whatever. Potatoes give them all to you. Potatoes got them all. They've got everything. And I'm 6 months in now. I haven't eaten anything but a potato in the last 6 months. Blood tests all good. 44 kilos down as of now. As of yesterday, I should say. I didn't weigh myself today. As of yesterday morning, 44 kilos down. Getting fitter, getting stronger. Everything's good. Look it up. Charlene Grosse, if you're watching. Get on one of your online nutrient trackers or whatever it is that you use at the Dietitians Association of Australia. Plug in 3.5 kilos in a combination of all kinds of potatoes, including sweet potatoes. Plug them in, have a look for yourself. Let's see how I'm getting all my nutrients. And I'll tell you something, even the ones that the potatoes are supposed to be a little bit low on, I'm doing fine. All right, next quote. This is quotation marks. He's getting carbohydrates from the potato, what our bodies use as energy. Well done, Charlene Grosse. I agree, carbohydrates. Well done. But he's not getting protein. Come on. This is you're Charlene. You're someone who is supposed to like I said, be giving advice, someone that we can trust. How can we trust you when you think potatoes have no protein? It's so simple. Like I said to Joanna McMillan a couple of months ago, it takes you 1 minute to get online, put in Google's, chuck it into Google's, put it in Google, how much protein is in a potato. It will tell you that there is protein in a potato. All right, 6 to 8%, sometimes 9%, depending on the potato that you're going for. And as long as you're getting enough calories, you'll get enough protein. There has never, ever in the history of the world been a case of protein deficiency recorded in someone who wasn't otherwise malnourished. I.e., the only time we've found a protein deficiency in anyone is when they've been basically starving to death. All right, if you're eating food and enough of it, you're getting enough protein, and potatoes are no exception. If you're eating enough calories, you're getting enough protein. And I'm getting enough protein. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting fitter. It's been 6 months. If I was going to get a protein deficiency, maybe it would have kicked in by now. So after that, your body at some point isn't going to cope with not getting the balance. Okay, well, perhaps if you see this video, Charlene, perhaps you could have informed me when my body's going to stop coping with this massive imbalance of nutrients that I'm getting. At the end of the day, what enjoyment is there in only eating potato each day? That's a quote. Well, okay. At the end of the day, Charlene, what enjoyment is there in weighing 151 kilos and yo-yoing for 10 plus, 15 plus years of going up and down, up and down, up and down. A lot of that time trying to follow advice that your organisation gave me. So, yeah, okay. But besides that, I'm enjoying this. I should point that out too. See? You can tell. I'm enjoying this. I'm having fun. This has been one of the best years of my life, probably the best year of my life. This has been an incredible year. I'm enjoying every second of it. Weight is falling off. I'm getting fitter, more active. I had clinical depression last year and anxiety diagnosed at the beginning of last year and really, really bad towards the end of the year. I was crying daily, and I haven't done that yet this year. This is... What enjoyment is there in eating... I can't talk. At the end of the day, what enjoyment is there in only eating potato each day? Well, I can tell you for me that there's a lot. And in the end, that's for me to decide, isn't it? Maybe you wouldn't enjoy it, that's okay, but how can you decide what someone else is going to enjoy? Anyway, next one. This is from another article. I forgot to copy the name of the article, but it wasn't in an article. Dieticians Association of Australia spokeswoman Charlene Grosse said you couldn't get all necessary nutrients from food. Quotation marks. It would make it very simple if that were the case. Oh, yeah, it does. That's, yeah. Turns out it does. It is really, really simple. Who would have thunk it? We recommend people don't avoid certain foods or food groups. Well, why do you recommend that? Is it because it's unhealthy, or is it because people who represent those certain foods or food groups pay you to recommend people not to avoid them? I'm going with the payment option. While she admits potatoes do have their benefits, they're best served as part of a healthy diet. What about my diet's unhealthy? I am in the best health of my life. So, can we just modify that statement? Instead of saying best served as part of a healthy diet, maybe say as part or all of a healthy diet? Anyway, like I've said many times, I'm not here to say everyone should be eating potatoes only. That's not my goal here. Anyway, my goal here is I'm eating potatoes only as a way of trying to quit food as an alcoholic or drug addict would, so that I can retrain my brain to be able to enjoy foods and have a better relationship with food. So, anyway, yes, if you can eat a healthy diet, that's great. And if you can eat potatoes as part of a healthy diet, that's great. But if you've tried lots of things over 15 years and you've just ended up getting fatter, then maybe it's worth a try doing something different that maybe people that are represented by corporate interests don't recommend. All right. From eating just potatoes, a person will not consume enough fatty acids, omega-3 or protein. Well, we've covered the protein, fatty acids and omega-3s. Well, you can easily look that up too. There are fats and omega-3s in potatoes. and not something I'm worried about. Do I look like I'm suffering? I'd say that, well, whatever. If I look like it or not, I don't feel like it. I feel amazing. Yeah, let me know when my deficiency of that's supposed to kick in too. Next, she said carbohydrates were not a good source of protein. That's a funny statement in itself. Carbohydrates were not a good source of protein. That's because carbohydrates are not protein. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt there, Charlene, and say that maybe the reporter slightly misquoted you or something. It would be weird to say that carbohydrates are not a good source of protein when carbohydrates and protein are two different things. So, yeah, I'm just going to give you the benefit of the doubt with that one, Charlene. I'm going to assume that maybe the reporter copied that down incorrectly. But anyway, it could affect muscle strength and recovery. Well, my experience, as I said in a video a couple of days ago about my strength experiment, recovery was incredible. I did huge, heavy weight sessions where I was struggling to walk out of the gym, and by the next day I was ready to go again. I didn't have any soreness the day after. So I think, can we debunk that one? I've been training every day and my recovery has been amazing. Miss Grosse said Mr. Taylor could eventually grow bored of eating the same thing and lead to binge eating down the track. Well, so far so good. I'm not bored and I don't binge eat. That's a legitimate question though. Perhaps at the end of the year when I transition back to normal eating, maybe that would happen. At the moment I feel really confident and in control, but hey, only time will tell, and since no one has ever done this before, surely we can just wait to see what will happen. It's to be fair though, you did say, Charlene, where is it again? You said it could eventually. So you didn't say it will. Okay, so it's just a concern, and yeah, okay, I can accept that. But all I'm saying is on that one, I haven't got the answer. You haven't got the answer. No one does. So let's just wait and see. She described the diet as a band-aid solution, as it's not something you can maintain your whole life. Well, great. I'm using it as a band-aid. I'm trying to take the year off. I'm trying to use it for a period of time to try to heal some mental wounds that I've got and try to change the way I think and change my relationship with food. As I said, it's not something you maintain your whole life. Well, it's lucky I'm not trying to maintain it my whole life then. I'm just doing it for the year. So, yeah, I would contend that it is something you could maintain your whole life if you want to, but I don't want to. I just want to do it for the year and then hopefully go back to a more normal sort of diet where I'm better able to avoid the junk food that caused me all the trouble. Okay, to really be able to change your mindset when it comes to food, you have to be ready and get support and guidance through health professionals. Okay, we've done that. My doctor's following me, and my doctor's also a trained nutritionist, and he's a very knowledgeable guy, and yeah, I've got other things going on that you don't know about, Charlene. So that's a good statement to make. Yes, I agree. You should get support, and you should get guidance through health professionals, and yeah, I'm doing that. So good. I would recommend those things too. Okay, Miss Grosse said the all-potato diet could potentially change moods because of a lack of nutrients from a wide variety of foods. Well, I don't know if it's because of a lack of nutrients or because of an abundance of nutrients, but yes, my mood has changed drastically for the better. I don't have depressive days anymore. I don't have depressive weeks and months anymore like I did last year. I don't cry daily. I don't yeah, I think I have to agree with that statement actually, but I've got a feeling I think it's going to go the other way. You think, oh, ooh, look out, you could get sad from eating potatoes. I'm telling you from experience that that's not going to happen. Well, it didn't happen to me anyway. I can't say it's not going to happen to anyone else. I don't know that for sure, but I am proof that it's not going to happen to me at least. If someone has an addiction, you can't just switch it off by turning to one food, she said. Okay. I've done a little bit more than just turning to one food, though. I've done some inside work, and I've done I've done some work on my mindset as well. And but yeah, I would contend that you're wrong on that one. Like, I feel like I have switched my addiction off. You can't just switch it off by turning to one food. Well, case in point, addiction switched off, done. There we go. That's all I've got for quotes from Charlene. Thanks for your input, Charlene. You gave me something to talk about at least. But in finishing, Charlene, like I said, you're someone that the public should be able to trust. You're someone that people look to for guidance. People who are laymen, people in terms of nutritional knowledge and education, and people that don't have the time to look this stuff up for themselves should be able to look to you for the truth. And if you, I don't know why you say the potatoes don't have fat and protein when they clearly do, and where you say other things that are clearly wrong. My advice to you, as my advice was to Dr. Joanna McMillan, was to, if someone asks you a question you don't know what the answer is, then just tell them, just give me 5 minutes, call me back in 5. I'll take 5 minutes on the Googles, like I said earlier. I'll take 5 minutes on the Googles and I'll look it up and I'll get back to you. Maybe that could be helpful for you, because I think you're doing yourself and the Dieticians Association of Australia are doing you and us and the people of Australia and the world a disservice by spreading things that are wrong. You're obviously not doing a disservice to your corporate partners. They're quite happy with what you're doing. That's why they keep giving you money. But you know, if you really want to do right by the people that look up to you and look to you for information, then let's try at least getting the basics right first. Okay, that's it. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like what I'm doing, the best thing you can do for me is to share it. Perhaps share it with the Dieticians Association of Australia and Charlene Grosse if you know where to find them. Also, like, comment, subscribe below. Like my Facebook page if you want. Go to my website, spudfit.com, and sign up for the newsletter if you like. Look up Spud Fit on all the social media platforms, and look me up in the Googles. That was a bit of a mistake, but I found it funny. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Spud up, including you, Charlene Grosse. Spud up.